Okay, so Sonda, tell me a little. So 2005 was a big year for you. What were you doing in 2005 that got you interested in the olive industry?
Okay, in 2005, I was just a young lady studying engineering studies, and I had to make the choice on which field I'm gonna make my project. Uh, and I have choose to work on olive oil. Uh,
Bring the
yeah,
phone closer to your mouth.
yeah, and I have chosen to work on olive oil. I started making a study on an introduced variety in Tunisia, and to study the behavior of this variety in Tunisia. And to do this, I had to go to get the good samples. So I went to the orchard, and each time I took the olives by myself, by my hands,
Mm.
and I go to the lab with a small machine. I make extraction, and I got small samples of olive oil. And this is what in fact, the result. And when I taste this kind of oil, it was very impactful for me because I have noticed there is some missing value between the oil that we consume
Mhm.
and the oil that we can get. There is when we respect, in fact, the question not start start in the orchard. And when we respect the good practice, we can have a high quality olive oil with a rich, very rich in aromas, with the complexity, with a lot of aromas that can that give the profile of olive oil. So when I taste the oil that I was producing, I have noticed this difference between the oil that we are used to consume at home and this oil. And I have decided that I have to act in order to make the consumer, even the Tunisian one,
Mm.
tasting this kind of oil. And was it in 2005. Things in Tunisia now are changed a lot.
I'm sure, probably with your help. You know what I think is interesting? Because the way your brain works, you took a very scientific approach to olive oil production and analysis, and you're working that way for the flavor. And it's interesting because I've spoken to other people who have chosen more of the artistic side, right? Who've like looked at like of course, the rain and the sun and but looking at the varietals and thinking, what are we doing differently from year to year to create their olive oils? It just seems like there's an art and a science, and you've definitely chosen the science, probably. And it's interesting. I'm now I have to try your olive oil because I'm very curious. I like you, I'm a sommelier, and so I wanna taste yours and notice the difference from the art and the science sides. Um, did you come from a family of producers?
I'm not coming from a family of a producer. My father was a teacher. My mother also was a teacher. And they are retired now. But I comes from a region, and each one of us was an olive has an olive tree or two or three, and we all have heritage of one or three or 1,000. It's you can be small or big, and we born under the olive trees. We when we were a boy, we were a child. They use olive oils on our skin.
Yeah.
When we eat olive oils. Olive oil is always present in our life. And if you come to Tunisia and they invite you, I will be very happy to see you here.
Thank you.
Uh, when you take the road from the north to the south, you will see only olive tree. So olive tree is a part of our life.
I love it. I would absolutely be honored to come visit you in Tunisia. I would love to come see the orchards. Uh, any idea of the number of varieties in Tunisia of olive oil? I'd imagine there's quite a few.
Okay.
Olives, number of varieties of olives.
In fact, in Tunisia, there is what, according to study, there is more than 200 varieties which were identified. But unfortunately, if we go to the market, the number of variety is smaller that you can find in bottle, in fact, that you can buy. And as an expert, and I was always inviting the producer to valorize this biodiversity and to cultivate the different varieties and to make a lot of varieties in the groves. But in Tunisia, we speak always. We have two principal varieties and follow local varieties with what we can find in groves.
What was that variety again?
Our principal variety is Shemleli, and I have an artistic side, by the way.
Oh, of
For
course.
me, it's all like the woman profile because it's so harmonious. There is a fruity, there is complexity, there is aroma, but it's so delicate because in order to get high quality Shemleli, you need to be very to respect the good practice and to respect all the need of this variety in order to get these qualities. Um, so for me, it's like the ladies.
I like that. I actually like that a lot.
And the other varieties and the other principal variety is the sutri, and we can find it in the north. And for me, it's like the man because it's very strong. It's very rich in antioxidant as well. It is very bitter, very pungent, very healthy also.
Both beautiful.
So
Both beautiful.
they have yeah. I consider the olive oil as a personality. In fact.
Oh, I like that. So what's the personality of the olive oil you produce?
What we produce, in fact, we are 12 producers, in fact, and they are from the north to the centers. So we have the Shimlali, Shitri, and the other varieties, the other local varieties, and some introduced variety also. So it's just a mix of all this beauty.
Mm. So you're a full spectrum.
Yeah.
Olive oil. Okay. All right. I was just
You
curious.
know,
I've had a personality yet.
I'm also master blender, so for me, it's a joy to create this oil.
That is such a fun job. I mean, seriously, it is a fun job. Actually, you know what I'd love for you to do is take us on a typical day, one day in the life of Dr. Sunda. And I know very well that it's going to change from day to day, depending on which hat you have on. But you get to choose. Take us on one day.
One day of Dr. Sonda, first you need to be very fast.
Amen to that. You're a woman. That's what's going on.
You,
And a mom.
you need to be very fast because I have a lot of responsibility. That um, if I have to choose one day, I'm gonna choose one day in a lab, tasting all and making some blends. And this is, but the new oil, the premium oil, and making blends using this aromas.
How do you how
Uh,
do you do that? How do you do that?
the blend,
Yeah.
yeah. In fact, you need to taste. What one of the things that I do that producers send me their oil, and I taste the oil and I select the best one, and then I make the blend in order to get the best possible profile. And in fact, if you are like a painter using colors, I use aromas to have the maximum of complexity, but also the result should be harmonious, harmony of the aromas, the harmony of bitterness, the harmony of pungency, and also we need to find the persistence of the oil. So when you taste the oil, the experience continue even after tasting the and if I would do the job very well, I fall in love with what I did.
I love it. Let me ask you, is there a way for someone like me or an average listener to learn to trust the aromas to practice? Is there anything that we can do?
In fact, if each person could taste olive oil and each person can become a taster, and the only thing that you need to give your attention to something, when we make the training session, from the first or the second day, people start to find the aromas of grass, of bananas, of pepper, all the aromas, and they are not used to do it. But when you bring their attention to something, they start recognize it kind of, and it's like opening. Once there was one lady who told me, "Today you open windows for me."
Oh, yes. Flavor window.
Yeah, and to travel, yeah, it could take you a lot of time, but when you like something, when you love something, um, you don't count.
Yeah.
Um, in fact, I think that we should consider olive oil like not like just a product to link ingredient, but as ingredient uh, which has is when we change from one to another, the ingredient change. So we need to reconsider our vision to olive oil.
How many olive oils do you have in your kitchen right now?
In my kitchen, I always have at least two or three.
Fair, fair. That's yeah. I've got about 4. Maybe I've got one in the fridge as well. So
No, I do not cook lots, in fact.
okay. So the next few questions are not going to be how do you eat? Do you rely on? Does your husband cook or does your mom cook for you? What's going on?
I'm lucky to be in the same region for my mom.
Okay, fine. Okay, yeah, you're spoiled. Good. But I also know that you're extremely busy. So
Creating new thing and creating the new dishes, and I like to it.
this. Well, that's your science and art side. Your crazy science and art side combined right there. Okay, so tell me, I'm gonna ask you some food questions now. So, can you share with me a memory of a meal that deeply influenced you, that made you remember that time you shared with maybe a somebody special or family or something, but an important meal in your life?
I have a memory, and I'm gonna share it with you, but maybe you'll be surprised that it is so simple thing.
I love simple. I love simple.
In fact, it's just a bread and olive oil.
Oh, that is, yes, I'm with you. Add a little salt. I need a little salt, to be honest with you. I like a little
No,
salt.
I'm gonna tell you the story. I tell you that I came from a region from Sfax where it's olive oil. My father is a teacher, my mom is a teacher. We are not family of producer, but if every year we buy olive oil for the year.
Mhm.
Okay. And for this, we do not just go to a market or a mill to take the oil. My father go to the different mill and bring us at home samples of olive oil,
Okay.
and then we are all together, all the family together, tasting the oil and choosing the oil. We were doing this since I was a little girl. So you can imagine how it can impact the
Wait,
little girl.
so you taste the oil, the samples, and then your father will go back and buy the one that the family likes?
Yeah.
That is amazing. That is a freaking awesome experience. Oh, we've never done that before.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's deeply impacting memories. And you know what is amazing today when I see that I'm selecting oil for producer, it makes me really think about the story. I was doing this since I was little child. And I would tell you something for consumer. I remember that my mother do not prefer the oil with bitterness.
Mhm.
And this is not good thing because bitter from comes from the antioxidant. The oil should be bitter and should be pungent in order to resist for all the year. So now my mother is educated consumer, and she is. If she has to do it today, she will not choose what she was selecting in the past.
So she's learned to appreciate the bitterness of the olive oil.
Yeah.
Good.
And the palate change, in fact.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes a little education too. It you know, the
Yeah, also. But also in because one of the uses of olive oil in my country, especially in snacks, was to create the sweets, traditional one. So the yeah, pastries, in fact. So they were looking to sweet oil for this kind of use.
So when I make desserts using olive oil, I tend not to use the bitter ones. I save that for my salads and top. How about you? Teach me. Or do you typically use your bitter ones for everything?
You can. It depends what you are making. If you make, if you can use oil if you are making a sorbet, or if you are making something with milk, you can use better oil. And you can use, and there is also, if you use with shumleli, for example, you can use it as it's not so bitter. There is some bitterness, but it's not so bitter. So it's not, it will be good for dessert. You can choose when you choose the oil for dessert, you need to choose the aromas and also the profile of bitterness and pungency. And it depends what you are creating. Mm, Cheesecake, for example, you can use something intense for this, or green, or with the aromas of strawberry, or the aromas of red fruit. You can find the oil like this.
That's really amazing. I don't think I've experienced red fruited olive oil, so I think I definitely need a bit of education from you, Sonda.
It depends. In fact, there is one local variety in Tunisia which is give it this kind of aromas. You need to find it and to put it. You can also find the one with mint. With there is also the shimlel. You can find a lot of aromas of agrumes, of citrus, of oranges.
Mhm.
It depends. In fact, where you find the oil, it depends of origin. It's really, when I said that olive oil took you in travel in the world of olive oil, I I think I'm not exaggerating. It's it's a big word, in fact.
It is, and it's a deep and that's I'm so grateful to be on this journey with you because I feel the same way. Um, so just for our listeners out there, you guys, what and it's similar to wine, what grows around the olive groves. So if you have citrus, or a lot of grassiness, or as I'm hearing now, some berries, what grows around in the environment, typically that the terroir, the land, brings into the flavor of the fruit. And then when the fruit is pressed, becomes the juice. And hence the olive oil takes on these notes. So I think, Sunda, make a note of all these things. I want to try some of the Tunisian fruit flavored olive oils when I come visit
Yeah.
you, because that would be new for me and I'd love to try that. Um,
Mhm.
okay, so what is a dish or an ingredient? So we don't have to just talk about olive oil. I'm going to throw this out to you. But what do you think is, and maybe some Tunisian foods? I'm kind of curious here. What's a dish or an ingredient that is a bit underappreciated and maybe needs a little bit more attention on the worldwide stage?
You're gonna hate me.
What?
You're gonna hate me because the answer is always the same.
Is it going to be olive oil? It's actually true though. I know that is why I'm doing this multi-part series on olive oil. I'm with you.
Because a lot of people do not know olive oil. We are consuming it, that we don't know it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are more And a lot of people are buying the bad olive oil, the virgin or even the ordinary virgin olive oil, but they do not know that they are using they are not using extra virgin olive oil. So yes, if there is a product that we should give more attention is olive oil. We still need to educate consumer. We still need to educate children. You know that we do a lot of activity with the children and with the school to educate them about the how to produce olive oil and the different category of the olive oil.
Good for you guys.
So
That's great. That education.
I'm sorry, but the answer is
No.
still olive oil.
Tell me a traditional Tunisian meal that you actually love that uses some of your good quality olive oil. I don't think I know Tunisian food as well as I do know Moroccan food, for example. I'm familiar with Moroccan food, but I'm curious if it's similar.
We have a Mediterranean diet in Tunisia. We eat a lot of fish. We eat a lot of fish. We yeah, a fish, vegetables, and and what I like in Tunisia is that vegetables are so sweet. Tomato is so sweet. The orange are so sweet.
Yeah.
We have peanut. We have the fruits. And we have good fish. So with olive oil, it's just the best mix, in fact.
You just, is it sea bass? Do you have a lot of sea bass or do you have, yeah. Do you season it olive oil and anything else, or do you have special spices in Tunisia that you love?
We have spices. For fish, we use cumin in my in snacks. We use the cumin. We use a lot of piment also.
Pimento?
Pin, no, the piment, the piment,
I don't know piment. Is that the word?
the spicy, the pepper dish.
Okay. Pemin?
The harissa, you know what is harissa?
Harissa, yes.
It's made with
Pemin.
piment. No?
I'm looking this up right now because I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on.
The harissa. The principal ingredient for harissa is
Oh my God, it went to an principal. It went into an Italian mode. Give me a sec.
you don't worry.
Roasted red peppers.
Hmm?
Roasted red peppers. That's what I thought. We called it cement, like paprika kind of.
Piment. This is what I was saying.
Okay. Yes, roasted red peppers is how I know it, but I understand piment. Okay. Okay, I understand. It's in the pepper family.
Yes.
Okay, so
And we have varieties with it's quite famous. Yeah, the Bakluti variety. Very known. You should taste it also.
I will definitely. I will definitely. So is it spicy then when you make your fish?
Yeah. We eat a lot of spicy dishes, in fact.
Yum. Do you cool it off with yogurt or bread or do you not? Do you just how do the children?
Not like a Greek kitchen. No, we don't use yogurt a lot.
Okay.
We use this. You need tomato and the piments and olive, and then other things.
Okay. Okay, great. Great. All right. So I don't know if this is going to be a good question for you or not, because it sounds like your mom has helped quite a bit. So if you could cook with only 5 ingredients for the rest of your life, what do you think those 5 would be?
The answer was
This is here where you say
olive oil. Okay. I already said 3 of them.
What were the 3? Hold on.
Tomato, olive oil, fish,
Fish. Yes.
piment,
Okay.
and
And what?
cereal because you need to make a bread.
Oh, so you need some flour? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fair. You can have a full meal. That's actually, it's perfect. You've got a little fat, a little protein, a little carbs, some vegetables. That's it. I could live on that stuff too. I'm with you. Bread and olive oil by myself would be like, that's dinner. All right. So, what is some of the weirdest food trends that you've tried and how did it turn out?
I think I'm a person who try everything.
Good.
So for me, there is no weird food. But just for fun, I'm gonna share with you a story. Okay?
Okay.
It's just for
I love stories. Okay.
once I was in Brussels and with my sister. I go to visit my sister. She was studying there. And I have tried a dish with a clam shell. Okay?
With what? A bechamel?
No, clam shell. It's
Clamshell.
uh,
Clam.
olive. Yeah, and it wasn't cooked.
It was not cooked.
Not cooked, yeah.
Okay.
And when I tried to eat it, there was a worm in the shell.
Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, that's
What disgusting is one of the most amazing experience. She was looking at me and standing like this.
looking at me saying, Sonda, will you eat me? Are you going to eat me right now?
I wasn't able to do it. We offer the dish to someone else.
Wait a second. It's supposed to be raw?
No, it's supposed to be like this. In fact, it was in the shell, and outside, not in. But I still not like the not cooked fish and not cooked oysters and
Yeah,
no.
yeah. I got you. Yeah, it does taste. Do you eat sushi?
Yeah, I like sushi.
Yeah, yeah, I do too. Do you eat the raw fish in sushi?
In fact, uh, what?
Do you eat the raw fish in the sushi?
I ate everything.
Yeah. Okay.
It was just really since I was little girl, I eat everything, and now especially as I'm taster,
Yeah.
I really everything.
I'm sure you
I'm
have
the
a
one
very
who
advanced
tastes
palate.
all the flour. Huh?
I'm sure you have a very advanced palate. I'm sure you.
For me, it's very important to taste everything.
Mm.
So I, it's not important, or it's not. I, I'm not afraid to taste new thing, whatever.
Do you have any advice you would?
I thought it was just for fun.
Yeah, I know. Of
I
course.
still remember.
Do you have any advice to give somebody just starting out their culinary experience or somebody learning now about olive oil?
It's very important to learn how to taste everything. When you start eating or when you touch the product, it's very important to smell it. Uh, Before eating thing, try to smell it and then try to taste it in the mouth. Take your time. Take your time to analyze what you are doing, what you are eating, in fact. And it's the only advice that you need. Take your time to smell things and to discover things. In fact, our life is so fast, so we are going. We are always running, and we forgot that it's important to take our time to taste the good thing and the good plate and the good dishes. So yeah, just start by smelling things and then tasting them. And of course, we need to memorize. And for sure, I have advice to every cooker is to learn how to taste olive oil.
That's really good advice. Actually, I like that. Take your time when you're trying foods. Try everything and take your time when trying it. Thank you. That's great. Uh, what any bit of advice you're going to give to your younger self as you were starting on this path in 2005? 20 years ago almost?
In fact, this question it made me think if I has made the good choice. And sometimes things wasn't easy. I was a young girl in the world of men. because most of the producer of olive oil was men. And I was starting thing with a new vision, and sometimes thing was difficult. But if I go back to 2005, I'm gonna make the same choice. And my advice to me and other is always to follow our patient, to follow our heart. But we need to have a project. We need to know where we want to go. And believe me, things happen without nothing. At the end, when you look to the back, you're gonna see that you have achieved a vision or idea or something that you think about it many years ago and you are making just think easily. So just keep your project behind your eyes.
Great advice. Great advice too, especially a lot of the younger listeners out there too. Anyone, and honestly, anyone, not even younger. So thank you. What time is it right now in Tunisia, Sonda?
Um, it's about sorry,
About 5 p.m., 6 p.m.?
yeah, it's about 6 p.m.
So it's a little, I don't know what time it's 11 in the morning here, so add 6. So it's about 5, a little
No,
after
it's
5 p.m.
5:12. 5:12 exactly in Tunisia. Yeah.
Thanks for spending your time with us tonight. So it's now 5 o'clock in the evening. You've got 2 young daughters waiting for you. What are you having for dinner tonight?
Okay. Tonight we are invited to my mother's house. So that's because my sister is here.
Oh, good. Is she
And
visiting?
Belgium. Wow. Yeah. We're gonna have a traditional dish with a Gerbian rice, cooked with rice, with oil, and a lot of vegetable and meat, and a lot of spices. It's very rich dish, spicy and aromas, and there is mint in it also.
Wait a second. What is the dish called in Tunisian?
Gerbian rice.
Jerbin.
It's a rice made on the way of the Jerba. Jerba is an island in the south of Tunisia,
Okay.
and on their way.
On the what?
On the way of these
Got it.
people.
Got it. Jerbin rice. All right. Now you have to come and tell me. Now I have to come and eat at uh Okay. Well, I wanted to thank you again so much for spending your time and your energy and your beautiful brain with us, your artistic and scientific side, and for teaching us a little bit more about not only Tunisian olive oil, but how to taste and appreciate food. I think that I'm very excited to hear about your 12 Tunisian olive oil producers. And I love what you guys are working on. It's quite a journey that you've been on. So thank you for sharing it with us.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be with you, Claudia. Really.